A coalition of Ontario developers are asking the government for tax breaks that they can pass on to homebuyers. Anybody else smell BS? The new group called the Coalition Against New Home Taxes, or CANT, is comprised of 18 developers who collectively plan on building 100,000 new housing units over the next 10 years. And they want the federal and provincial governments to remove the harmonized sales tax on all new housing as they have done for rental housing construction. They also want the province and the city of Toronto to eliminate the land transfer tax on new construction homes. Here's the thing. Sure, let's do it. But let's also put a system in place where, in writing, these companies have to ensure that that tax saving goes down to the consumer to bring down the cost of housing. Because if it doesn't, and these companies just pocket the difference, all we're doing is losing tax money and still paying exorbitant fees to buy new homes. There needs to be a system in place to ensure that these savings are being passed on to the consumer. Otherwise, these companies should be paying back in full the tax breaks that we are giving them. Because this coalition also wants to see municipalities reducing development charges to 2009 rates. They're stating that housing is unviable today as an investment. You can't sell it low enough to get sales and still make money. If you can't make money, you can't meet a certain margin, banks won't finance your projects. This is all correct. This is a large and complicated and nuanced issue. There is not just one single silver bullet that will solve all of our problems. But Ontario has already cut developer fees, and this has actually created a $10 billion hole for our municipalities. And while the province has walked back some of those changes, the Association of Ontario Municipalities is still saying that we are $2 billion in the hole over that same time frame, meaning that where we live, our towns and our developments, they are underfunded. We are not going to have the money that we need to run the basic services that we need. So sure, we can give these developers all the tax breaks that we want, but it won't work if provincial governments like Doug Ford's Conservatives aren't actually funding municipalities to the point where we can actually create the places where people want to live. And you know what? Part of that is government borrowing. Part of that is going to be an increase in taxes on consumers. There is no easy way out here to make everybody happy. But we can't just give blanket tax cuts to developers and hope they pass the brakes on to consumers. We have to put a system in place to ensure that our tax dollars are being used for their intended purpose.